Honestly, school came easy to me, and I attributed that to a couple of things. I was the seventh of eighth kids, so I had older siblings. So I learned to read by my older siblings interacting or telling me to do certain things, and learned I was very, very proficient in math when I went to school because the way our family dynamics were, we would play spades and other card games. So the younger siblings had to learn because otherwise you would get tortured by the older siblings.
Yeah.
So when I entered kindergarten, I was proficient and could play spades. But that numerology and problem solving and strategizing really actually served me well, like in early elementary and those sorts of things. And when I was, I think, in third grade, I was identified as gifted and had to go to another school, which was very different from my other siblings. But I think a lot of it had to do with I went to school as a reader and knew numbers and could write because I had older siblings. So I was always accelerated to a certain extent, which that exposure just makes you stronger academically. But school was always my safe place, and I loved to read. So I enjoyed school. All throughout high school, I was wanting to be a part of everything. Like I played basketball, but I also was like the editor for the yearbook and the newspaper and on student council. I was one of those students, not necessarily the same experience for all of my siblings, but it benefited me in the end. And that experience as being that high achiever, but also coming from a very complex, non-traditional, what some may say, like dysfunctional family, also allow me as an educator and as a leader to often remind people that everybody is coming from some circumstances and we don't necessarily know all of their stories, but our responsibility as educators is to meet them where they are and make sure that school is their safe place, because it could be the difference for them, like changing the trajectory of their lives.